It's the Commanders and the Bucks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jayden Daniels, the #2 overall pick, leading the way.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
Open man is Noah Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Daniels. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading him out in his 2nd season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
And he had a most impressive bounce-back season last year, nearly leading his team to the NFC Championship game. That's not something you see every day, and he was rewarded for it as Tampa Bay decided to make him definitely their quarterback for the future. Now for him, he wants to prove it's not a one-year thing, and in fact, he is the long-term answer for this franchise.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Mayfield. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second down and 6 now. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Daniels looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Ekeler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Back to the ground with Robinson. A solid stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The slot man in motion right. Again, it's Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Robinson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
To the air goes Daniels. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Austin Seibert on to try the Washington field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Burst by him near the 35. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Harrison. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 29, here's second down at a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up first and goal. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Washington offense heading out. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Harrison. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 43 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. The tight end in motion right. Throwing. Mayfield. Shoves him aside. Over the middle to Evans. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
It looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on 3rd and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They go play action. Mayfield, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Daniels. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw is Daniels. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. from the 23. Here's 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run the counter. It's Harrison, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Up the middle they go. Harrison. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Now Daniels. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. And he floated one out there incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Seibert able to knock this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Mayfield to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrison. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw here. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Daniels looking to throw. This will be caught by Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play action. Daniels work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to him for the loss there, that's Kalijah Kancey. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. In motion goes the tight end. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mayfield on play action. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 26 yards. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Washington offense set to take over again. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Harrison left side complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Evans has it left side. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up second down. Godwin, the motion man. Mayfield now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And again, it's Mayfield. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 37-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. He was defended by Michael Walker.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. That's Kalijah Kancey in to get him down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Michael Penix, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. It's the rookie, Bo Nix, with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Chuba Hubbard, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. The Bucs were treated to a fine first half by their quarterback. That's Baker Mayfield. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Mayfield to throw it.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Harrison. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daron Payne. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Commanders' 1st down.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
To throw is Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jayden Daniels
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Mayfield looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And the Commanders will take over with a first and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Robinson with another carry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing now is Daniels. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Here's Daniels.
Got a man. It's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down. On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Robinson up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Play fake. Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. There's Evans again, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield now from the 50.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Mayfield down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Pushing his way through. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Daniels looking to throw. Quick slant to Brown.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Daniels.
That is caught. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They go play action. Daniels.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Robinson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Robinson again.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrison. And some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison escapes the defender. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. To throw is Daniels. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Kalijah Kancey in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison has some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Harrison. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 172 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 3rd and 2. Here's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. McLaughlin for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To the air goes Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Daniels. Complete to Zacchaeus. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Throwing now is Daniels. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Washington. Olamide Zacchaeus. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Tampa Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.